honestly hate to make negative videos, but what's going on, guys? It's Cyrus and today we're going to be talking about Activision, Call of Duty, and this is one where it's going to be interesting because I know a few things with Activision, and the first thing I'm going to say is that if you make a esport, right, and you literally make people apply to do LAN events, and you make people do some of the things that they've made upcoming TOs do, you should not be blacklisting people on the day. And I know that there's an issue with IPs and what it comes down to in the software, and they think that it's doxing, basically. But if I'm running a LAN event with 20 people on one IP, which is what a LAN event is, why is there not a LAN event game mode in Call of Duty in 2023, when back in Black Ops 2 we could play on LAN on our own Wi-Fi, and it was literally a game mode in the game to support LAN events and to support us playing against each other on LAN? Why is that gone? And there's a lot of stuff like that which is just really frustrating when it comes to Activision. The other thing is, you can obviously see that they've built the company up to a point where they just want to sell it now, and they've got their IPs which they're gonna sell, and that's great, but honestly, I don't think that's where you want to be when you're going to sell this company, where you could probably sell it for 100, 200 billion, but instead you're going to sell it for 75 billion because you can't put in the extra work. You know what I mean? Call of Duty has the ability to be the biggest game of all time, still, and they just fucked it. They're beyond fucked it. Like, the changes you need to do to be able to fix the game is beyond comprehension in the eyes of many people. And if you honestly believe that COD and Activision are going to fix anything, don't bother, because if they don't fix anything, it's not like the community is going to fix it themselves. So the community in COD is the first people to come up with an excuse on why they use cheats, and why it's not an issue for them to use cheats, and that they openly use cheats, and it's just a joke, really. Like there's no reason for me to even hop on League Play anymore. There's no reason for me to hop on the game, because I'm gonna get cheated on by a PC player. And the only way that you can fix this is by getting everyone off a PC and moving back to console. It's your only fix. It's literally your only fix moving forward for COD, is to move off PC. And everyone's going to be like, oh, what about Valorant? They had a good anti-cheat. I couldn't give a shit. That's not going to help. COD's a console game. Should be on console. There's no mistake about it. Everyone who's got a $3,000 PC, fuck them off. I couldn't give a fuck. COD should not be on PC, or it should be PC players versus PC players. But from my point of view, I should be allowed to play on a console against other console players, and there should be no PC players in my game. That shouldn't even be a game mode. The game just shouldn't even be competitive to a PC player. It's a joke. And I believe that when we were on consoles, competitive integrity actually existed. It wasn't that bad, but it actually existed. And people actually gave a fuck, because you knew that everyone was on the same device or same devices, and everyone was on an Xbox or a PlayStation at one point in the game. And it just literally made the game better. But a bunch of people, no offense, I'm going to say this right now, Hex is a fucking joke that you supported that move. It's a joke that Nature and any owner in the COD League supported the move over to PC. It's a joke. You're fucking one of the reasons why this scene got ruined was supporting that. That was a joke, and I think you need to know that. And I believe that, honestly, for COD to become a better game, and then Warzone 2, man, don't even get me started on Warzone 2, though. How the hell do you fuck that up? You know what I mean? Like, you literally had one of the best game modes in the history of COD in Warzone, and you still managed to fuck up Warzone 2, which honestly to me shows that you're just an IP looking to sell. Like, the number one issue with Activision is they don't give a fuck, and they just want to sell the game. The other thing I'm going to say now is we have had no competitive support, really, from admins which have any idea what competitive is across the world in terms of game battles. Like in terms of game battles, I think they've picked up like 5 admins which actually know about Call of Duty and know how it works. And then they changed the rules in our region to allow VPNs. They didn't even announce it. So in the rule book, apparently they've just magically changed the rules in the OC region to not allowing to allowing VPN after not allowing it for 3 years, and they haven't even they don't even tell us what programs we're allowed to use, because I know for a matter of fact I can use some of the programs VPN. I can actually use some of those programs to literally avoid getting caught cheating. This is how retarded they are. Or I can use it to manipulate my Wi-Fi so I get an advantage on different servers. Like, it is mind-boggling that these people are in competitive esports or running a competitive esport. And the fact that they made a bunch of teams pay 25 million is an even bigger joke. And the fact that we don't even have a Warzone competitive scene is a joke. The fact that we don't have, a competitive Warzone scene where Activision is literally putting money into prize pools every month or every fortnight for players to play in a weekly cup in every region. And the thing about Warzone is you could do it in every fucking region in this world, and I guarantee you will get 100 duos, 1,000 duos sign up. OCE, you'll get 500 duos sign up. Like, it would be insane. But COD doesn't care. As far as they're concerned, it doesn't matter. If you buy anything, it just doesn't matter, and it really fucking sucks. And people will go about stuff which isn't related. Like, I honestly, it's not even on the developers anymore, because the developers will only ever do what they're told to do. They're paid to do what they're told to do. So it's not the direction of the developers, it's whoever the hell's in charge over there of the IPO isn't doing their job. And it's very obvious when you look at Warzone and this year's COD. The fact that there is someone in charge of esports, like the COD League is literally ran by people from the NFL as well, which is a joke. You're never gonna understand the esport growth if you're from the NFL. It's a completely different league. And the one big thing I'll say now, if they're from the NFL, one of the most important things in terms of the NFL is player growth or players coming through. They've set up a college league in NA. They haven't done anything in OC, and they haven't done anything in EU. So there is so much stuff where I can just rant on for all day and just keep going. I might do a part 2 to this later on this year, but that's literally it. That's kind of my rant on COD and Activision. My first rant this year. I might go into another topic next time I do this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Starstone over and out. Peace. And in the background's Warzone 2. The game absolutely stinks. So.